All right, we are back. Welcome to Mixtapes and Mistakes. This is take one. This is like mistake four. We're doing the quarantine slash pandemic or quarantine. See why I'm making mistakes? We're doing quarantine slash pandemic playlist on this episode of Mixtapes and Mistakes. This is Ed bringing you the playlists and the commentaries that go with these playlists. So, as you all know, we are all inside now, being inside the house, doing the things, the Netflix, the Amazon, the Wow. You know, the stuff you can do in the house that you can't go outside and do. I don't know if I'm really big on the I gotta pay $20 to watch a movie when I was already doing the $20 for 3 months thing. That's besides the point. We got these tunes together for your Freak Out, which was the pandemic playlist, which is just about a bunch of songs about, people are panicking. I try when I do these lists to not do the whole, you know, what's it, the no brainer. The no brainer is the thing, like the song that you obviously would go on this list. I couldn't not do that with this one. Like, okay, End of the World as We Know It by R.E.M. is on this list. My bad. It's on this list. I'm sorry. It's on this list so hard because it's that song is now charting in the top 100 again, like 20 years after that song was on the charts originally. I think that was on Document in '89, if I'm not mistaken. Great song. Everybody knows the Leonard Bernstein chorus. You know what it's about. The other songs on the pandemic playlist, 1999, which is another no-brainer by Prince, which was really the Y2K theme song. Bad Moon Rising, which is just another one of those all-time end of the world songs. Time Has Come Today, which for 5 seconds let me talk about Supernatural, and it's just every other episode is a callback to great 70s classics. So if you're not, that's another reason to watch that show. It's just like, okay, every cool 70s song, and one of the reasons that kind of inspired me to do what I'm doing now is that show, with the idea of the songs that are on the soundtrack to that show absolutely go with what's going on in the show. So if you kind of figure out what the tenor of the episode is or what's really trying to be said, the songs that get played during the show kind of fit what's going on. I think it's kind of cool. The Anima by Tool is on this list. There are two hidden gems on the pandemic playlist. I thought they were hidden gems. My Silver Lining by First Aid Kit, which is a band I just discovered from doing this list, which got suggested to me by a friend of mine. Solid song by a really cool band, and the video is pretty amazing. When I get around to putting together the YouTube version of this, which is the YouTube playlist, definitely putting that video on there. Zombie Zoo, which ironically is the last song on Full Moon Fever, is a solid hidden gem. Just when you think you can't remember how great Tom Petty is, there's a song like that, and you find yourself going, wow, Tom Petty was kind of ahead of the game a little bit. So that was that playlist. If you're using the Spotify app to look at this, and I'm probably going to change this because it's absolutely wrong. So, We Will Become Silhouettes, which is actually by, it's by the Postal Service, but I can't tell you why the Shins is the one doing this on this playlist. So I'm probably going to fix that, because that's not right. And if this is the Shins version, can I tell you that I don't like the Shins version of this song? Now, I love the Shins, but I don't like the Shins version of this song. the interesting thing about the Postal Service is that I think We Become Silhouettes uh, ends up in a muted way or in a slightly different way on Transatlanticism, which is Ben Gibbard's other actual band, Death Cab for Cutie. Um, Ben, don't quit your day job. Because, look, I love the stuff that the Postal Service has done. What I find interesting about the Postal Service's stuff is that everybody takes their stuff and does something more profound with it. Like Such Great Heights, um, the eponymous song by the Postal Service on that album is reinterpreted by Iron and Wine into the version of the song everybody knows. Not even realizing that the Postal Service did it first, but it just sounds so clinical on that record. It's weird. So that's the Pandemic playlist. And Carmina Burana. It sounds weird. When you hear it, you'll know what that song is. I actually sat down and listened to the entire, because that's a section of a larger piece, and to watch the larger piece, which was like, I think it's like 15 to 30 minutes. There's like I kept going down this quote unquote rabbit hole of following that performance, and when you read the Latin translation of it, of like what's being said, you're like, whoa, this is perfect. But if I had put the full thing on here, this would have been like a 2-hour long playlist, and nobody wants that. So that's that. The Quarantine playlist, which is just, look, this thing is funny. I enjoy putting this list together because it was just songs that when the titles of some of these songs say it all, but then you listen to the lyrics, you're like, whoa, what's really going on? I think the Social Distance World Champion, it's a tie. Musically, the Social Distance World Championship is a tie between the Police with Don't Stand So Close to Me and Tom Petty and Heartbreakers with Don't Come Right Here No More. And then when you listen to Don't Come Right Here No More, it's like, wow, it's the perfect, like, if I had the money to have a track play when you rolled up to my house, if I really didn't want to see you, like you roll everything like a music plays, it'd be that song. But it's a great song, and that whole record is a very underrated record. I think that Southern Accents, as an overall record, is very, very good, and even the song Southern Accents is underrated. Dr. Feelgood by Motley Crue is on here. Keep Your Hands to Yourself by Georgia Satellites, which would also be kind of in the social distance running. There are two songs that kind of, I think, absolutely kind of crystallize how it feels sometimes when if you're trapped in your house. The first one's kind of Crooked Teeth. And when I discovered Plans when I was living in Georgia, through a whole bunch of other circumstances, I really began to identify with the lyrics in that song, because one of the lyrics was talking about how state line was like the Berlin Wall, and if you're in a situation like we are now, where it's absolute lockdowns, curfews, I could have almost, and I started to, and I didn't, because the song fits another context. Given the circumstances, I could have put Can't See New York off Scarlet's Walk by Tori Amos, because there may become a time where you can't see New York. But I think that might even be like a whole different playlist, I think. Hot Blooded by Foreigners on here from Double Vision. There's a couple hits off that record. Double Vision itself and this song, I think there's a third song on that album that's a hit. Too Much Time on My Hands by Styx. What's interesting is there's not a lot of good 90s songs that fit this category. Disease by Matchbox 20 is the one of the is that the only modern song on here? Yeah, other than Crooked Teeth. Oh, and I had look the song of the moment is Absolutely Can't Touch This by MC Hammer. You no, don't touch me. Don't touch me. But yeah, Hotel California, you can check out anytime you like, but you can never leave your house at all. It's weird that I had to go do some stuff earlier today and driving around, and the roads are empty. Like it feels like the wasteland. If you ever saw the original Mad Max, the original Road Warrior, it feels like that sometimes you're driving around because there's nothing. Like you'll be driving around and not see a car for like 5-10 minutes and you're like, whoa, it might be the apocalypse. I don't think it's that bad though. I think it's not to downplay it. I think the media wants to talk about how this is the new normal. I don't know that. I don't know that don't stand so close to me is going to be the new normal. I don't know that. I think we're gonna go. I think we're gonna get through it. I think it's going to be all right. I think it's going to be rough for a while. But that's kind of the point of these playlists. Is that okay? It's going to be rough. It's going to be weird. It's going to be uncharted territory. No, I can't hang out with 25 of my closest friends in a small room. No, I can't do that. But I can hang out with 5 or 10. 6 feet apart or whatever. And it should be okay. Hopefully, we don't do the thing. The next list I'm gonna do. Yeah, I'm touching my face this whole video, by the way. My bad. The next list I'm planning on doing is the gentrification playlist. Feel free to leave any comments on this topic. I think it's going to be interesting because it's I've been kind of stewing on what makes, first of all, what a gentrified song is. 2, what makes a good gentrified song and a bad gentrified song. And I think what I'm going to do is and the commentary video will more explain it. I can talk about why some of the bad gentrified songs are bad. Like, because I'm putting together the list now, I'm stewing over it because this is tough. The jury is out on the Alien Ant Farm cover of Billie Jean. Like, there are other covers of Billie Jean that are absolutely gentrified. Like the Civil War's cover of Billie Jean, which is what got me into that band. Because the way they arranged that song, how versatile it was, made me a fan of that band. And don't get me wrong, I think that if you go back and listen to Thriller, most of those songs are really rock songs. But because and the inspiration for this I found this inspiration on Twitter, no less. But the song that really kind of walks the line of good to bad gentrified song is Fall Out Boy's cover of Beat It. Because it works, but it's super white bread. Don't know how to feel about that. So, that's these 2 playlists. I'm going to see how this works out, because I've got some new software that I'm trying out. So, we're going to cut this short here, and we're going to do some editing. So, I will catch y'all on the flip side. Be good at it. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe. Mixtapes and mistakes. Peace.